But right now, here in downtown Los Angeles, authorities are on the move. Police are on the move. Sheriff's deputies, they have their shields. We've seen the mounted unit, pepper balls. We've seen tear gas on the side of protesters, a lot of smoke. And Lolita Lopez, you have a front row seat. Tell us what's happening there.
Kathy, within the last 5 minutes, we have seen more sheriff deputies come out here from the Hall of Justice. This is their headquarters here of the government officials. As you see, they have now come out from inside the building. Look on the street there. I'm going to have Tommy Bravo turn to you. Now we have other members of law enforcement now actually engaging with the crowd. This is what we were talking about earlier. We had not seen this all day, right? We had not even seen them doing any type of traffic enforcement. Now the situation has really changed. And I will tell you, within that last 10 minutes where you saw this coming out, we personally have seen truckloads and carloads of new people coming in, kind of coming out and really coming into the streets there in terms of protesting in a little bit more of an aggressive form that we had not seen all day. So when you asked earlier, are some of these people that have been here all day or new people, we have actually seen them kind of coming in and getting out. That small faction that Jonathan was talking about earlier. But now you see the law enforcement force that has now centered around City Hall and the Hall of Justice here. We're on Temple and Spring Street. Police now lined up to officially start moving people out. As we've been talking about, there is now an unlawful assembly being declared. They are now getting folks that they had allowed to peacefully protest through out of the way. Again, when we had seen some smoke there in the center, there had been no law enforcement, so we had not seen that from any others other than folks there that were in the crowd. This is the latest here. We're going to keep the pictures on as we send it back to you in the studio.
Yeah, we know that everyone is subject to arrest here and being detained, even journalists. Lolita, be careful out there. Thank you. Right now, we want to go back out to our Brittany Hope, who's on the other side of this. Brittany, again, you're over the 101 there at Aliso Street, where the protests where you are have remained mostly peaceful, but now we're seeing officers and deputies moving in just blocks from you to try to get these, you know, what they've called agitators over the past week, to try to get them to go home.
Hey, certainly. And so, yes, where we are, this is Aliso and Los Angeles. We want to show you about 2 blocks behind us. So right, the overpass behind us is Main Street. Officers at this point have gotten protesters off that overpass. But now 2 overpasses over, I believe that is Broadway. You can see a line of police cars. Well, about 30 seconds ago, we saw at least 100 officers who were walking on there. They're walking in the direction toward Temple and Main. So what's happening at Temple and Main? You heard Lolita talk about it a little bit. We just heard from LAPD. They say that some people in the crowd are throwing commercial-grade fireworks at them. So in our live shots, if you've been hearing bangs, certainly we know that officers have used some smoke to disperse crowds, but now we have confirmation that the protesters themselves are also using commercial fireworks, causing those bangs. You know, really quick, JR, just behind us, we're going to kind of flip around the camera. It looks like we have some officers on the move here, and you can see that they have riot sticks on them, and they all have zip ties, those white things hanging on their legs. Those are zip ties. So it looks like this group of CHP officers is now mobilizing to meet this other group who's been blocking Los Angeles in Arcadia here. So where we are at this point, all of the protesters have been cleared off from this area near the federal building, but certainly we can hear the chaos that's happening just 1 block over from us. And because of the wind, all of the pepper spray that's being used and the different smokes, we can feel that as well in our eyes and our lungs. I know Lolita said she couldn't feel it. For some reason, the way the wind is moving, we've been able to feel it here a lot. Although no protesters here, certainly these streets are very much blocked, preparing just in case if someone else is able to get in. Oh, it looks like we have some more officers who are going to pass through this intersection. They're going to kind of pass through us now, so you'll be able to see that with your camera. Not sure where they're headed, but it looks like that third vehicle has some sort of device on its top, whether that's a loudspeaker, what that is. But this is a line of marked law enforcement vehicles and also unmarked law enforcement vehicles that are now on Los Angeles Street, just in front of the federal building. Not sure where they're going to be headed next. Oh, looks like they're just making a U-turn. All right. Well, not sure what's going on here, but this is the latest from right near the federal building.
All right. Thank you so much, Brittany Hope, there in downtown L.A. by the overpasses. And we're watching on News Chopper 4. And I think we have a moment right now as they're lining up where we can switch over to Tracy Leong in Long Beach and see what's happening out there. Tracy, how has your day been?
Yeah, Kathy, we're here in Long Beach along Ocean Boulevard, just near Bixby Park, where the demonstrations have been peaceful all day. Some people telling us they came out here around 8 this morning. The crowds have fluctuated, several hundred to now possibly about 1,500, what I reported earlier. And you can see some of the people are now walking into the streets. We have a lot of cars that are driving up and down the road, a lot of people honking and beeping their support. Most of the people, though, are staying on the sidewalks. You have them on the left and the right side of Ocean Boulevard. They are carrying flags, American flags, flags from Mexico, and they're also carrying signs condemning the ICE raids that we are seeing going on around our areas. I talked to a lot of people who are from Long Beach. They said that it was important for them to come out today to show support and to stand in solidarity, and they say they are very proud of how peaceful this has remained because they do not want violence to take over and ruin their message. Long Beach police did issue a message to the community earlier. They said that if you are coming out to protest, to please keep it peaceful. They will not tolerate violence or any criminal activity, and they are also asking for people to abide by the traffic laws. And for the most part, we are seeing people continue to move through the area. Some are slowing down to take photos, to honk in their support, to jump out of the cars, but mostly they are following the rules of the road. And as far as it goes with law enforcement, we have not seen a lot of officers. It's been several hours. I think we saw 2 police cars that were following a group of marchers as they walked down Ocean Boulevard. But since then, they have left. Well, that's a good sign because these protests, they have remained peaceful. They have not gotten out of hand, which is exactly what they're calling for. And it's exactly what these demonstrators are asking for. I also spoke to a woman whose parents are immigrants. They both immigrated from Mexico. She told me it was very important for her to come out here today to give a voice to those who could not be here and to show support as to why it's important to come together. And a lot of these people, there's children, there's dogs. We're seeing everyone of all ages come out here and just to celebrate their freedom of speech and to celebrate what they believe is a monumental moment to stand up for this No Kings protest. And they say, you know, this is just one of many protests that they will continue to be a part of, a demonstration that, as we can see, Jonathan and Kathy, is not going away as you see them across our area. And here in Long Beach, though, it is good to see that it is peaceful and we have not seen it get out of hand. Reporting live in Long Beach, Tracy Lingong, NBC4 News.
Tracy, thank you. And I think it's important to let our viewers know where Robert is in Beverly Hills, where Tracy is right now, that things have remained mostly peaceful like it was in most of downtown LA today until the last few moments. Tracy, thank you.
All right, let's check in with Amber Frias right now. She is in Anaheim. Amber, tell us how things went today at the protest there.
Hey, Kathy. Well, things pretty peaceful here, too. There are thousands of people at the park. Take a look. But a lot of people, just kind of hanging out here with their friends. They have a lot of signs here looking, protesting a lot of the immigration raids we've been seeing, protesting a lot of the Trump administration policies, but everything pretty peaceful. You can hear in the background also they have music playing, people are dancing, people are singing. A lot of families here, a lot of kids who are here today, and I actually want to bring in Monica, who's here with her daughter. She's from the area, and she thought it was really important to be here today, especially with her daughter.
I found it was very important for my daughter to see democracy in action, to exercise her right to peaceful protest and peaceful assembly. I'm an attorney. I've been watching out to make sure that everyone's being within the law and making their voices heard. And it just hits home because this is where my great-grandparents sought refuge. This is where we've worked our whole lives. My father's a Vietnam veteran in the Big Red 1 unit, and he fought really hard and got shot and shot down and bombed for our right to do this. So it was really important to be here.
Thank you so much, Monica. Thank you. And like I was telling you guys, thousands of people here. It's not just the people here sitting, hanging out at the park, but there are hundreds of them, if not thousands, kind of lined up, wrapping around the park, and also getting a lot of attention from people driving through the area. That is my report live in Anaheim. Amber Frias, NBC4 News.
Yeah, lots of protests across Orange County. Anaheim, certainly the largest. Amber, thank you.